What's the most devious thing you did as a kid? When I was 13, I figured out my math teacher, Mr. Cortez, had this weird routine. Every time we had a pop quiz, he'd leave the room for like 10 minutes. "Forgot the answer key," he'd say. Same excuse every single time. And of course, the second he walked out, half the class would start cheating, not even trying to hide it. Kids like Tori and Jackson would literally pass notes with answers, whisper equations, flip through their notebooks right in the open. It was so obvious it hurt to watch. I was pissed because I actually studied for these stupid quizzes. I'd stay up late doing practice problems while these idiots were getting better grades by cheating. One day at lunch, Jackson even bragged about it. "We're too smart to get caught," he said, laughing with his mouth full of pizza. That's when I decided enough was enough. But I wasn't gonna snitch like some kindergartner. That would just make me a target. I needed something smarter. So I asked Mr. Cortez if I could film my final project presentation during math class. He said sure, whatever. Then I got one of those pencil cases with the clear plastic lid and hid my phone inside, pointed right at where the worst cheaters sat. But here's the genius part. The night before quiz day, I made fake answer sheets. Same format as the real quiz, but every single answer was wrong. Not random wrong, carefully wrong. Like if the answer was 12, I put 13. If it was 2.5, I put 2.6. Just off enough to be obviously fake if you actually knew the math. Quiz day comes. I'm sitting there with my phone recording in the pencil case. Mr. Cortez does his usual oops forgot something routine and leaves. The cheaters pounced exactly like I knew they would. Tori immediately started passing notes. Jackson fake dropped his pencil to look at someone else's paper. The kid behind me literally leaned over my shoulder to copy my fake answers. I almost started laughing watching them scramble to copy my deliberately wrong answers. They had no clue they were about to completely tank. Next day, Mr. Cortez hands back the quizzes. I got my usual B- on the real quiz I turned in. But the cheaters? They all had these identical, bizarre, wrong answers. Like answering 14p for a rectangle area problem. Jackson got a 23%. Tori got a 19%. Mr. Cortez was confused as hell. He kept these kids after class asking how they all got the exact same wrong answers. They obviously couldn't explain it without admitting they cheated. That weekend, I made a fake email and sent him the video. Subject line, caught in 4K. The video showed everything. All the note passing, the whispering, Jackson literally copying my fake sheet word for word. Monday morning was beautiful. Mr. Cortez walked in dead silent, handed out a surprise quiz, and moved all the cheaters to separate corners of the room. He didn't say anything about the video, but everyone knew something was up. The cheaters never tried it again after that. Tori actually started coming to study sessions. Jackson's grades dropped to what they should have been all along. When Mr. Cortez handed back that Monday quiz, my grade went from a 78 to an 85. There was this tiny note in the margin that said, "Sharp thinking." And from that day on, whenever he stepped out of the room, he'd always glance at my desk first and give me this little smile.